Welcome to this week's episode of Diary of a Bloody Ghost Hunter. I'm getting old, Renata, and my patience is wearing thin.
I can see that.
Wait till you hear about this week's episode. Back right after this. Welcome to the Diary of a Ghost Hunter podcast with your frightfully good hosts and paranormal investigators, Anne and Renata. Join the chaos weekly as we tell you what has inspired us, what cases we're investigating, what is driving us round the twist, and the true horror of what goes on in the background of being a ghost hunter. This is a frightfully good production.
Okay, Anne, what's the issue this week? What's going on with you, girlfriend?
Well, feeling like I'm having a little bit of a crisis. No, well, we've had a few interesting things happen since our last episode. As you know, in the last episode, we had some unhappy people. But this time we had a very small boutique investigation at one of the locations I don't think we've been to this year. I know I certainly haven't been to this year. And it was so lovely to be back. And we knew that it was only a small group.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they're all coming in. And the first things one of the ladies has yelled out, "Oh, geez, we've been at the pub since lunch, so this is going to be fun. Can't wait to see a ghost." And I watched Renata go, and I'm sort of...
Get ready to punch.
I'm comatose up the back because I'd had a rough week as well. We'll talk about that one later. And Renata's immediately, because we're still wounded from the week before, Renata's like, "Well, we're not promising you're going to see any ghosts tonight. The likelihood of you seeing a ghost is going to be less than 1%. And this lady's going, "Oh, what do we pay our money for then?" And I'm going, "We've just done the tour and it's gone to hell in a handbasket within seconds."
Don't come at me saying, "Will I see a ghost on this bloody ghost tour?"
That was the wrong thing to say. All round, either sides, it was the wrong thing to say. Oh, we were triggered. Let's just say we were triggered by past traumas.
No, look, they were out for a great time. They'd had a fabulous lunch. They'd put money into the hands of the locals. They were staying overnight. They came in cheery and going, "Well, I want to see a ghost." And that they're fighting words for a lot of paranormal investigators and ghost hunters that are providing
Paranormal entertainment,
public tours, because that's really hard to come up with. If you can conjure up a ghost on call, please tell us.
Yeah.
And share that, because that would be an awesome gift to everyone. The thing about it is that when you are creating a ghost tour and taking people to haunted places, that doesn't necessarily mean that every time that tour is going to be on that a ghost will appear. And I think people are getting sort of the wrong impression from TV and YouTube and everything, and they really do kind of start to believe that
there is activity on every investigation. If you have something on YouTube, if you have an episode, I know we bang on about this every week, but honest to God, it's setting an expectation that is not realistic.
Oh, the expectations are so high from people. It is really, really unbelievable. And they walk away. Well, first of all, they arrive with the expectation that they're going to see something because they've paid money, because it's a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
So if I pay you money, you're going to deliver a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, they walk away saying, "Well, that was shit because I didn't see a ghost."
Didn't get a ghost.
What sort of tour are they?
So Renata was going to set them straight away.
I thought I would.
Went for the throat.
I thought I would. Oh, look, I thought I was delicate.
No, you weren't.
Oh, sorry.
Not at all. But this is something we have to understand too, is that because we're finding ourselves in this situation quite often now, is that we have to be
Gentler.
mentally prepared for those questions in our head. We need to know, what are we going to say to these people in the future when somebody turns up like that? First off, that it's written into the contracts that you're not allowed to attend a ghost hunt if you're drunk, because you could fall over and hurt yourself. You're not, and you might also ruin it for the other people who have paid money also to be there, and not have to listen to people who are allowed. Now, these ladies settled down; they were fine. There was one that was a bit sarcastic, but we worked with it. So, what would you say if somebody's walked in like that in the future? What would you say to them? Here's your money back, go home.
I'd hand them over to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I was shut down at that stage. I was not in a good space, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, I probably would have said to them, oh, well, you never know. We never know when we're going to see a ghost. That's the thing about this sort of thing. It's very spontaneous. We can never guarantee when one's going to turn up anywhere, if at all, because it is quite rare, you know. Just remember, what you see on TV is entertainment. If they don't get a ghost every time on their episode, they'll no longer have a TV show. So we're going to give you the best opportunity tonight to have some sort of contact with a spirit. So let's see how we go.
I preferred mine because mine was done in 10 seconds. Yours rambled on for about 2 minutes.
No, it wasn't, because she got argumentative with you, and then it was back and forth, and I'm going, and we
handled it well.
We had 2 representatives there from the Stroud, sorry, I've said it, the Historical Society, and you know, we were trying to also make sure that we showed them that everything was hunky-dory. I don't know.
Can't take me anywhere. Never mind.
Yeah, no, but that's okay, because the spirit box, of course, came through and started to give them opportunities to say that Jack the ghost was going to come and visit them in room 2 at the haunted hotel they were staying at. So
yes,
Jack gave us our revenge. Yes. Thanks, Jack.
Bottom line of it's like a grim fairy tales, this, because there's always a lesson to be learned. The lesson is, please don't come drunk on a ghost tour. Some people need to have some alcohol to give them some Dutch courage.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
yeah, stiff drink is okay.
And we can kind of tell when it's that. But if you're getting drunk just to be sarcastic, it just spoils it for everyone.
Yeah, we had an eye roller. I don't do well with eye rollers. When they're sitting out, oh, well, I'm open to the paranormal. God, Jack, come and talk to me. I'm like, oh, Lord. It makes it difficult. And Daniela was with us, and she was very good. She held up quite well to the broken grannies.
In all the years I've been doing ghost tours for the public, and this is my 13th year, I have only had to remove one person for being drunk.
Yeah.
There have been others that have come on tours that have been quite inebriated. It has been lucky that they have had partners or friends that have held them back, or kind of kept control of them. We have had 1 or 2 occasions where we've had to ask people to take the alcohol out of their pockets or bags and set it aside.
Give me that can, please.
Can you just give me the can,
and
please?
of course the response was, hang on a second. Yeah. There you go. Oh, no.
Yeah. So, you know, if you really wanted to exert the power that you have as a tour guide, and for everyone's health and safety, you could kick these people off, but you try not to. You try everything in the world not to.
A good way to do it is to get with their mate, the one who might be the most sober, not get with them, but, you know, talk to them and say, look, can you settle them down, because they're actually starting to impact the experience other people's are having, and we're going to have to ask
do
you
something
to
about
leave,
it,
and you'll have to take them. And as soon as they realise that means they've got to go too, they're like, oh, yeah, no worries, we'll sort it. And they normally do.
Yeah. So we have been very, very lucky. But there have been some occasions where it hasn't been pleasant, guys. Neither for us nor and people get very, very rowdy, and one of the things, I guess, was that they often talked amongst themselves. So you were standing there trying to draw attention, but no one was listening.
Oh, see, That's where me, the ex-high school teacher, will talk over the top of them, and I will get them to be quiet. I've even tried to stand up all those people talking, and they'll go, "What? What?" No, but generally I just go, right, now everybody, and I project, I cut right through anything. I'm a trained singer, and I used to do opera as well as musical theatre, so I'm a belter. I can cut through just about anything, ask my husband.
Okay.
Anyway,
and we have another, I guess, fun thing that's happened since COVID. And again,
yes.
anyone that runs any sort of an event will find this out.
Not just ghost tours, but like theatre, everything.
People book the very last minute. So that really makes it hard for people who are looking after food for events, or trying to work out a budget for events.
Or whether it's worthwhile running the event with the amount of costs that are associated with it.
That's right.
They don't have enough bookings, then they may have to cancel the whole event, which then they lose money.
Mm-hmm. And then you have the people that will ring up on the night and go, "Oh, we'd like to come.
Where's the tour? There was a tour on tonight. Why is there no tour tonight?"
Yeah.
Because 2 people booked and we needed 12 to run it. And then all of a sudden we're getting... I remember we were on our way to Gloucester once.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3 separate phone calls saying, are there tickets for tonight's ghost tour?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I understand, I get it, and I'm nervous about booking too far in advance as well, because what if somebody gets sick and you've got to cancel? Well, at some stage or other, we all have to start sharing the weight of that burden, because it's not fair to the people who are putting on events, trying to give you guys entertainment and opportunities to have experiences, and then expecting us, to wear the cost of cancellations. So if you are sick, then we're really sorry. We'll do our best to accommodate you and move you to another night or give you the opportunity. We can't say we'll give you a refund, but by gosh, we'll do our damnedest to help you out. But not the ones who will go, "Oh yeah, I'm sick tonight. Yeah, I won't be coming in. Can I get a refund?" And they're not sick. They just have changed their mind. But if you want events to keep going, you need to book ahead of time, because otherwise we have to cancel, because we can't afford to lose the money, and sometimes we do lose money.
Yes.
Yes. You'd think we'd talk about something nice, wouldn't you? Every week we're having a whinge.
It's full moon tonight.
Oh, yes,
so
yes.
That's kind of part of it. But
we have another bit of sadness as well.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which was part of my breakdown this week. We are saying farewell to 2 beloved members of the team, Brooke and Chris. They have been with us for years, and Brooke has become quite a champion on the Ouija board and the table tipping.
Yes.
Getting the tables to walk down the stairs, for those who have had that experience. I'm sure you'll remember that. And Chris is just this solid individual that we know, if we've got some special needs people or someone who needs special attention or extra patience, Chris is the person we would put on, because he just knew. He just knew how to handle those people and give them the best experience possible. One night we were short and we put him on C Wing, and my God, he shone. We were ready to start putting you on C and 5 Wing by yourself, Chris, and you've left us.
They have gone on to bigger and better things, so they have really wonderful opportunities, and I'm sure they will shine in that as well.
Absolutely. And once we find out where it's all happening, because we're going, we will be there to support you guys as you have supported us.
But Brooke and Chris, all the best.
Thank you
so much for all the years of your volunteering, your time, your effort, and so much dedication.
We'll miss you. That was our first couple, our first marriage.
Yes.
Oh.
Back when we all went to Tasmania.
Yeah.
That's where it all started.
And the touching the balls, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Which was Brooke's pom-poms on her beanie. For all you dirty-minded people out there.
We are a week away from our tour, our overseas trip.
Whatever you call it.
Yes. So this time...
Our adventure.
This time next week, we will be on a train heading to Sydney. to book in
Mm-hmm.
overnight near the airport.
Because we've got to be at the airport at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So, yes, we will head down there in a week. And it will be Renata, myself, and my lovely husband. So we've started a little messenger chat in Messenger. We're trying to think of a funny name that we could call ourselves. So we've come up with the Roman sister wives, was it?
Roman sister
Roman
wives.
sister wives, so we can converse with each other while we're travelling if we need to send messages to each other. It's going to be hilarious with our beautiful American companions if they see that name pop up on our phone.
Oh dear. They will be, yeah, I think they will be in shock when we come on the tour and join. I'm not sure whether they're ready.
I think Dave's going to give us a hard time as well.
That's okay. We will give it back.
Dave likes our podcast. He's got used to our sense of humour by now, I'd say. So we're very much looking forward to that, although we still don't quite know where we're doing our ghost tours and paranormal investigations. They've asked us what equipment we're bringing, but it is called Mysterious Adventures, so maybe we're not meant to know, and it's just going to happen. It's going to unfold. Yes, they've been having the last-minute meetings and everything. But there is one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I think it really is important to talk about this sort of thing, and that is burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Leading up to this trip, and I know you always say, we don't want to burden the world with our misery, but it's been tough. It has been really tough trying to record so many episodes of True Hauntings, Spooky Sundays, trying to also fit in Diary of a Ghost Hunter, edit it all up, and also get our misadventures out and happening as well. We've only been home for 4 weeks, and we had that mass rush to get ready to have the episodes ready for the last trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I have hit a bit of burnout this time round, and the last couple of days I just shut down. I made a mistake, and I really beat myself up badly about it because we had Brooke and Chris were leaving the group, so there was a few other members that were still left in our little core group where we organise rosters and things like that and do our meetings and training, and I just put a note there saying, I'm going to take people out who aren't involved anymore, so I took people out, and I took Brooke out, which I felt awkward about, and then she said, I was only going to stay there till the Blues Brothers. That's what we had as well, the Blues Brothers. And I went, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Of course, the Blues Brothers, you come into that. So I made a little chat group for everyone going to the Blues Brothers, or those I thought that were going to the Blues Brothers. And I forgot to put Brooke in, the very person that I was making the group for. Well, I beat myself up so badly. Because I felt bad, firstly, about taking her out of the Frightfully Good army.
Yeah.
Then I didn't add her to the other one, and I didn't know. Apparently people had tagged me in the conversation, but there's a lot of chat. And it was only when I was looking through the photos that everyone had taken that I saw all these tags saying, Anne, you haven't added Brooke. Anne can add Brooke. And I'm going, oh my God. And then I just went into this dark, deep depression. I was a mess, wasn't I?
Yes, you were for about 2 days.
Yeah. And then that's what led up to that whole Stroud thing. I was in this awful funk right up until the Stroud tour, and we've walked in there, and those women have walked in and gone, I've been drinking since lunchtime, and I've gone, I can't do this. And then Renata's come out with, well, you're not going to see a ghost anyway, and I've gone, I've got to rise. I've got to come up.
See, I did that for you. I did that for you.
I came out of my funk and I went, I've got to salvage this situation or it's going to be the worst 2.5 hours of our lives. And I did. I put on the game face for the people and got out of my delirious doldrums that I had. And then I looked back and I thought, you're an idiot. You're an absolute freaking idiot for carrying on like that. And of course, the team were all so lovely to me, but it's because we're burning out. We're trying to fit way too much in. Plus, we've got people around us who are not well. We've got friends who are really ill. We've got friends who have been in serious accidents, and and friends whose animals have died as well. And it's been a really traumatic week.
Yeah.
And saying goodbye to 2 of our core members has actually been really tough as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just want to be honest with you guys, because this is Diary of a Ghost Hunter. I want to tell you what goes on behind the scenes. So that is something that goes on behind the scenes, is that we really all have to look out for each other. And when one starts to go down, the other one's got to go pick themselves up. And sometimes the whole team swoops in to pick you up as well, which is really appreciated. Not all the team knew about that, only the ones that were in the Blues Brothers event. But big congratulations to Maitland Jail, to Amanda and to Mike on the Blues Brothers event at Maitland Jail. Thank you to Brooke and Michelle for those freaking awesome costumes. We'll pop some photos in here so you can see them. We're trying something new tonight. We are actually recording on Canva, so we are crossing our fingers that it will all work and come out okay. We've never done it on here before, but that's the thing. We keep trying new stuff all the time. We are trying to work out how to work AI, having a little bit of success with it, a few disasters with it. But if we don't stay on top of the technology and the things that are moving forward, then we can't stay out the front of the field.
Yeah. There's so many aspects of what we do that go on. It's not just the tours that we do. That's a component part of everything. But because we have so many things that we're doing and we are trying to do them all, that it becomes difficult. And the only thing we rarely make some money on are the tours, and yet they take the least amount of time,
and a little bit from True Hauntings.
and because it's only a couple of hours on a Friday or a Saturday. It's all the background work that you do prior to everything that's delivered that takes so much time. And when we spend 10 hours a day most days, getting things ready and researching and making sure that we're liaising with places that we have hired sites at who demand things and want things.
And also we are in a position that we are demanding and wanting things from people as well. And we get frustrated when we're trying to get information to pass on to our people and we can't get it. And it slows up the whole process. It's so frustrating. There was something else we're going to talk about as well, and it's completely left my head because I am undiagnosed and unmedicated ADHD.
Don't forget, people, if you're listening and you still want to head to Norfolk Island with us, we have 4 spots available.
What are you doing,
4
guys?
spots. It's for the first weekend of September.
So Friday to Monday.
Or you can stay the week. We have a week package as well available. It's going to be sensational. There are so many different tours and events that we are going to be doing. You're going to have some free time.
You get car hire, accommodation,
able to
meals.
Explore the island. We've got
all tours.
Absolutely fabulous accommodation this time around. And it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So please.
I'll put the email right here now for an expression of interest and we'll send you the form. But you need to book this soon, right? Because seriously, 4 spots, that is it. And I think one of them has already gone. We would prefer if you brought someone to share a room with. We do have one lady who is willing to share a room. She's booked it, hoping that someone else can come in and share the room with her. Obviously, another lady would be preferred or necessary. And we might have a guy that's coming that needs a room to share as well. So if you're a solo fellow out there that wants to share a room, please. This is just the most amazing experience. One other thing we've got to say is a big thank you to our Grand Pooh Bar Patreon sponsors. You guys rock. You are helping us with ideas and thoughts about how we're moving forward, various things. We appreciate your input because you're the people who know us the best and you're keeping us moving forward. So thank you to them. Anything else?
No, I think that's it for this week.
I've ordered another tripwire.
Awesome.
I hope it's here before we leave. Otherwise, we go without it. Anyway, this is going to be the last one, I do believe, until we come back from Germany. Again, we will try to maybe put something up, but the issue is I can't take the recording gear with me to record unless I just do it on YouTube. So if you're okay with that, if you're okay with just having it on YouTube instead of as a podcast as well, I might be able to split the audio. I don't know. Let us know. if you've enjoyed it, please put a comment in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Lisa always puts in the best comments. She puts in really good, thoughtful information.
She does.
And if you disagree with us, tell us that too. We're not that precious. But guys, thank you for being here. We're going to sign off, and hopefully this has worked, and I'll get this all up and out for you in the next 24 hours while also recording another True Hauntings podcast. See you
Back on the hamster wheel.
Yeah, see you on the dark side, guys.
Bye.
Be frightfully good and
Don't be a dickhead.
don't be a dickhead. Bye.